Hello friends, welcome to my channel Abha Debugger. Today I will explain you very important topic of C programming language, that is loops. The concept and theory of this topic is same for all programming languages, but the difference is only in the syntax. First of all, I will explain you why we need loops. Many problems require that some particular set of statements should be executed more than once. Here the concept of loops comes. That is, with the help of the loops, the code is written once, but it can be used or it can be repeated as many times as required by a user. So with the help of the loops, there is no need to write the same code again and again. That is, same code can be reused. Now I will explain the types of loops. Friends, this is the types of loops in C programming language. Depending upon the position of a control statement in a program, loop is divided into two parts, that is the entry controlled loop and exit controlled loop. Entry controlled loop is also known as the pre-checking loop and exit controlled loop is also known as the post-checking loop. Entry control loop means a condition is checked before the execution of the body of a loop. It is having two types, for loop and while loop. Exit control loop means a condition is checked after the execution of a body of loop. Means first of all, body of the loop will be executed only once after the condition is checked. If the condition is false, even then body of loop will be executed only once. Do while is a exit controlled loop. The condition must be well defined, otherwise the loop will execute indefinite time and it will not produce correct result. Now first of all, I will explain you for loop. It is a control flow statement which is used to repeat a specific block for a number of times. The syntax of this is: syntax means the way in which we should write for loop in our program. This is a syntax of for loop. For loop is having three parts, that is initialization, condition, increment or decrement of a variable. For is the keyword here. For loop must have two semicolons, and after the for loop there should not be any semicolon, because after a for loop there should be a body which should be executed for a particular number of time till this condition is satisfied. This is the initialization part. It is used to give initial value to a variable only once. Condition is checked. If this condition is true, then the statement in the for loop body will be executed. But if this condition is false, then the control will jump to the statement after the body of the for loop. Next is the increment or decrement. Here the value of the decision variable will be increased or decreased depending upon the statement which is to be written here. Now I will explain you for loop with the help of the flowchart. This is a flowchart of a for loop. First of all, control variable will be initialized, that is, value will be given to the control variable only once. After that, condition will be checked. If this condition is true, then body of loop will be executed. After that, increment or decrement of control variable, that is a third part of for loop, will be executed. Now control will go again here to check if the condition is true. Again control will come to the body of loop, but if the condition is false, then the control will come out of a loop. Now we will write a program to find out sum of 10 numbers using for loop.
Friends, whenever we write any program in C language, then we have to include header file, that is stdio.h. This is standard input-output header file. This file contains various input-output functions using in a program. Next, we have included conio.h header file. This is a console input-output header file. The purpose to include these two header files in a program is that we are using library functions in a program and information of those library functions are in these header files. Next, we have written main function. This is a function from where execution of C program begins. Here void means this function will not return any value. There is an opening bracket which indicates beginning of a main function. Here we are declaring three variables of integer type. Next, there is a clear screen function. Definition of this function is in the conio.h header file. It is used to clear previous output from screen. Next, we have written printf function. It is used to print values on the output screen. The definition of this function is in the stdio.h. Here we are using for loop. This for loop is having three parts. Here the variable is initialized. Now condition is going to be checked. If this condition is true, only then control will goes into the for loop. Otherwise control will come out of the loop. Here we are increasing the value of the control variable. First of all, value of I is equal to 0. Then here we are using scanf function. It is also inbuilt library function. Its definition is in the stdio.h file. It is used to read values from keyboard. Now whatever value we will enter, that value will be stored in the n variable. Here the entered variable will be added to the value of the sum variable. Now value of I will be increased by 1 because we have written I++. It means value of I is going to be increased by 1. Earlier value of I was 0. Now value of I is 1. 1 is less than 10. It is true. Again it will ask one more input. Now that input also added with the previous value of the sum variable. This will be going to be repeated till value of I will become 10. Whenever value of I is 10, it will check here 10 is less than 10. This condition is false now. So it will come out of loop. It will display this message sum of 10 variables is equal to sum. Next we have written getch. It is also a library function. Its definition is in conio.h file. It is used to hold the output screen and wait until user gives any type of input. Now we will compile a program. Such there is not any error. Now we will run a program. We will enter 10 numbers. Whatever number you want to enter. You can enter 0 also. Sum number is 47.
While loop. This loop is used to repeat block of statements till some particular condition is true. Now we will write syntax of while loop. That is the way to write this loop. While. This is the body of while loop. While is the keyword here. This condition is true, only then block of statements will be executed. After that, control will goes back at the beginning of this loop. Again this condition will be checked. If it is true, then control will goes again inside the body of loop. But if it is false, then control will come out of the while loop. After this while loop, we will not write here any semicolon because after this while loop there is a body of loop. So we should not write any type of semicolon here. Now I will explain this while loop using flowchart. This is a flowchart of while loop. First of all, variable is to be initialized. After that, condition is checked. If this condition is true, then statements in the body of loop will be executed. After that, control will goes again at the beginning of this condition block. Again it will check. If this condition is true, then again it will goes to the body of a loop. But if condition is false, then control will come out of the while loop. Now we will write same program of addition of 10 numbers using while loop as we have earlier done using for loop.
Friends, as we know, whenever we will write any program in C language, we have to include stdio.h, that is standard input output header file. This file contains various input output function. Then next we have included conio.header file. This is a console input output header file. The execution of every C program begins with main function. Here void means function is not returning any value. Now this opening bracket indicates beginning of a function. Here we are declaring three variables. Clear screen, it is an inbuilt function, is conio.h header file. It is used to clear previous output from screen. Now we are using printf function. It is an inbuilt library function available in stdio.h file. It is used to print the message on screen. It will print enter numbers. Next there is a while loop. And this is the condition. First of all, condition will be checked. If condition is true, only then control will execute these statements. The value of I is 0. It is less than 10. This condition is true. So control will come into the loop. Scanf is an inbuilt function. Its definition is in conio.h header file. It is used to read values from keyboard. So here it will accept input from user. Now it will add that value into the sum variable. After that, value of I will be going to increase by 1. Earlier it was 0, now it is 1. Now again it will check for condition. Value of I is now 1. 1 is less than 10. Condition is true. Now these statements will be executed again. Now value of I will become 2. It will again check 2 is less than 10. This statement will be executed till value of I becomes 10. Whenever value of I becomes 10, 10 is less than 10, this condition is false, so control will come out of the while loop. Here using printf function, it will display sum of 10 numbers. Now there is a getch function. The definition of this function is in conio.h file. Using this function, user can see output on an output screen directly. Now we will compile this program. There is no any error. We will run this program. We will enter any 10 numbers. Now it has calculated the sum 667. Because we have using the getCH function, because of that reason output has been shown directly.
Last is the do while loop. This loop is similar to while loop with one exception, that statement inside the do while loop will be executed once before checking the condition. That is, if condition is false, statements in the body of a loop will be executed once. Now syntax of a do while loop. This is the syntax of do while loop. Do is a keyword, while is a keyword. First of all, control will come here. Then it will execute block of statements before checking the condition. After that, condition will be checked. If the condition is true, then control will again go at the beginning of this loop and this block of statement will execute it. But if the condition is false, then control will execute the statement after the while loop. Flowchart of a do while loop. First of all, statement of block will be executed before checking condition. Here condition is checked. If it is true, control will go at the beginning of this statement block. If this condition is false, then control will execute the statement after the loop. Now we will write a same program of addition of 10 numbers using do while loop, which we have already written using for loop and while loop.
Now friends, this is a program of do while loop. Here we will calculate sum of 10 numbers which will be entered by a user. Again, we are declaring two header files, stdio.h and conio.h. These header files are having functions which we are using in a program. Next, here is a main function from where execution of program starts. Again, we are declaring three variables. This is the clear screen function which is used to clear the previous output from screen. Printf is also library function which definition is stdio.h file. It is used to print values on the output screen. Here /n is used as a new line character. Do indicates starting of a do while loop. With the help of the scanf, it accepts input from user. Here addition of 10 numbers. Now value of counter variable is going to be increased by 1. If this condition is true, only then control will go at the beginning of a loop. Again, it will accept one more input from user and all these statements will be executed again. This process will be repeated till this condition is satisfied. But whenever this condition is going to false, that is whenever value of I will become 11, then control will come out of loop and it will display output. Last, there is a getch function which is used to hold output screen. Now friends, first of all we will compile the program. Success, there is no error. Now we will run a program. We will enter any 10 numbers whose sum we want to calculate. This is the sum of 10 numbers.